And welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to San Diego FC versus Portland Timbers FC MLS Cup Playoffs 2025 Western Conference Quarterfinals Round 1 Game 3. Game 3 of the round. It's a tied series. 1-1, of course, because that's how you get to a Game 3. Is a tie series. That's how you get here for a tied series, is a tied series. Portland lost in San Diego 2-1 in Game 1. Of course, they won the wild card game as well, just to be clear. 2-1 loss. Velde got one back. San Diego held on for the second half. Portland won on penalties the next game. And here we are. Portland plays again with a chance to advance over San Diego. There's only been one upset, at least on my bracket. The Minnesota United won 2 of the 3 games against Seattle to move on to the conference semifinals. Everything else I've been correct on. 6 out of 7 ties so far. I've been right about. Sadly enough, 7 out of 8 ain't too bad. And then 8 out of 10 with the wild cards isn't bad either, but such is life. But we'll get going. San Diego FC contra Portland Timbers FC. La MLS Cup Playoffs Oeste Conferencia Cuartos de Final, Partido 3. Serie empate 1-1. Ganador esta noche avanzar contra Minnesota United en la Oeste Conferencia Semifinales. San Diego and San Diego. Portland in Minnesota. With that being said, we are ready to go. Final game of the round, and then we have the international break. Tomorrow will be my round recap and my conference semi predictions. And then we will check that out. We'll talk about it. We'll get ready for the next round. And then Tuesday, we will have our World Cup qualifying match window, round 3, match window 3 predictions. And then, of course, we'll have the games and doubles. We have to do doubles this month because of the Canada games. But with that being said, we'll get it going. How we doing, Dillon? How we doing? How we doing? Leafs are winning 4-2. Or 4-3 now, actually. They let Carolina just score. Awesome. Actually, it's 4-3. And then the Steelers are 1st and 10 for LA Chargers at their 21-yard line. Lord. Okay. So be it. With that being said, we will get going. We are here. We are ready. The final game of the round. Portland, San Diego. The winner tonight, whether it's out regular time or penalties, will go on to the next round and be the final team to get to the conference semis. Of course, the team who loses will be the last team to be eliminated this round. And then, of course, we have to have these teams wait to play until the weekend before Thanksgiving. BC says go Rams. LA #1. Well, he has a point. Starting 11s for San Diego. In goal, we have Pablo in goal. There we go. The midfield, or the back four, Luca Bombino, Manu Dua, Christopher McVeigh, and Ian Pilcher. The midfield 3 of Anibal Godoy, Yepez Farkov, Ani Valakari, and the front 3 of Amal Pellegrino, Corey Baird, and Anders Dreyer. So they are not playing Chucky Lozano on the bench. Hey, okay, that's something. Starting 11 for Portland. We have James Panamis in goal. The back 4, Dario Zuparic, Finn Sermon, Kamal Miller, Forey. The midfield 3 of David Ayala, Diego Chara, David DaCosta, and the front 3 of Anthony, Kevin Kelsey, and Christopher Velde for the Timbers. No, Rojas is back in the 18. Yes. Rojas is back in the 18. Felipe Mora. See what Rory said to me. Mora's on the bench. But let's see what Rory was saying to me. Hold on. Let's look back at that. There we go. Good to see Ross back at the 18. No Omir tonight. Omir has an illness. He's out of the 18. Okay. It was Omir. That's going to be a little bit tough to handle for Portland. But either way, one more game this round. Not the Rojas you're thinking of. Portland's Rojas is not the Rojas who hit a home run tied up at the Sky Dome. Matias is not Miguel. Even though I think I did at first blank and say Matias for Miguel. Either way, crazy CPL final this evening. Yeah, I saw. It's nuts. Multiple weather delays, shoveling the snow. Maybe I actually should have watched it. But since I'm a Forge fan, I've only really seen the highlights. And it's 2-1 Ottawa in extra time. 114 minutes. Rodriguez scored the 107th. Calvary's got to score to take it to penalties. Personally, I want Calvary. Well, you know what? No, Ottawa did finish second. They were right there with Forge. They probably deserve to win it. It doesn't really matter to me. I really don't have a hate for anybody in the CPL as a Forge fan. Even when Calvary, I have a high respect for Calvary and Tommy Wilden Jr. I have a high respect for them. Atletico Ottawa, I have a respect for them as well. I like Pacific. I have a respect for Pacific. I really don't hate anybody in the CPL, really. Even if I was coaching an MLS team, even if the Pirate was called it, I would not have a hate for anybody in the CPL. I don't. I have a high respect for a lot of them. I mean, if I was coaching, I'd want to beat them, but I have no hate for them. Even Calvary. Everyone's favorite words, elimination game. Winner go home, you decide. San Diego and Portland, you must answer that tonight. And remember the rule. Don't get eliminated. I hope somebody got that reference. The final team to be eliminated this round will be figured out tonight. It's one game for all the marbles in general. Don't get eliminated. I don't hate York. I don't. Mookie Betts at the Chargers-Steelers game. Because the Rams are in San Francisco. Or Santa Clara. I don't know who Mookie roots for football-wise of the two. Probably the Rams. He's just there because it's the Chargers. Honestly, I'd like to ask Mookie who he's actually rooting for when it comes to LA. 3-2 score, more of a baseball, hockey, or football score, soccer, football than soccer, football one, gridiron one. That's true. There's more score in the Leafs game. 4-3 for the Toronto Maple Leafs with a minute to go in the second period. Well, we did think they'd win tonight. So we know Philly will play NYC and host NYCFC. Miami will go to Cincinnati. LAFC will go to Vancouver, and Minnesota will either go to San Diego or Portland will go to Minnesota. Minnesota knows their opponent will be one of those two teams. One of these two teams. They don't know if they're going to travel or host. Pablo in goal, Bombino, Dua, McVeigh, and Pilcher, the back four for San Diego. Valakari, Sparkov, Godoy, the midfield three. Okay, it is. Pellegrino, Baird, and Dreyer. The Bills are fraudulent, says Isaiah. How we doing, Rory? Yes. Or as also known as Takeshi's Castle. Because they took Takeshi's Castle and dubbed it and made it hilarious. Well, I mean, it was already sort of hilarious, but you get my point. Starting 11, Panamis, Kamal Miller, Dario Zuparich, Finn Sermon, the midfield, or the back three, the midfield five. or midfield 4, Forey, Ayala, Chara, Anthony. Anthony in defensive midfield. Okay, that's a choice. Velde, DaCosta attacking mids, and up top is Kevin Kelsey. Okay, but it's funny. Oh, by the way, speaking of MXC, Takeshi's Castle, the same guy who created that show created Sasuke. The obstacle course show, Sasuke. I don't say the English name of the show because I feel that, no. NBC bastardized the show horribly. They don't, most of the guys who are on the American version don't understand what Sasuke is supposed to mean. They're just clout chasing because everybody gets a damn fluff piece, even the person who fails on the Golden Toby on the frickin' qualifying course. I'm actually kind of happy that ANW changed its format and they don't have a 4-stage Vegas course anymore for like the final round. Because you ain't Sasuke, I'm sorry. The only Americans I respect in Sasuke are the ones who've actually been to Midoriyama. Actually been to the Japanese Midoriyama. That's the only ones I respect. They're not cloud chasers. Either way. But I grew up with a respect and a knowing of the Japanese culture because, again, my mom lived there for 4 years. San Diego and Portland walking out. Portland wearing their nature kits. San Diego wearing their navy blue. Bills are an embarrassment. I don't know. I didn't watch. I'm just happy they did because it helped the Patriots. LAFC could win the cup. Rams, you know what? No, I'm not saying it. Because if the Patriots make the Super Bowl, they're going to Blue Jays me. I had no expectations for the Patriots this year, and they're top of the AFC East. They're going to go to the Super Bowl and do what the Jays did to me. I had no expectations for the Jays, and then they finished top of the AL East, and then, well, the Patriots are going to lose in overtime to the Rams, aren't they? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, that was bad. San Diego winning. You only put up 13. Anthony's playing RM. Portland don't get caught lacking in transition. We're playing dual 10s. I agree. No, the obstacle course show. I'm sure you typed that before. Either way. How we doing, Scooty? I know. Oilers might suck. Honestly, I would prefer that. I hope you're wrong, but honestly, I would prefer that. I honestly would prefer that being the case. I don't want them to somehow just get their way to the Super Bowl and then do what the Jays did, which I guess would be losing in overtime in the Super Bowl. I don't know, man. I don't think I could see that happen to two of my teams in like 4 months. No, I don't think I could. AFC title game, Patriots-Steelers. They haven't scored yet? Oh, the Steelers got the ball back. Oh, nice. Nice. Chargers go for it? Either way. Colts are frauds. Did you not watch the game this morning? They almost lost to the Falcons. I don't care if it was a game in Germany. They almost lost to the Falcons. Frauds. They lost to the Steelers, who the Chargers are making the Steelers defense look crappy. Again. Even though the Chargers have an injured to hell and back offensive line. Yay. And the Steelers offense doesn't seem to be working. Yay. Colts are frauds. Bills, well, haven't we just called them frauds? I hate to admit it, but the Chiefs and Ravens might be more likely. The Ravens might find their way back. Because Drake May plays in the AFC. He doesn't play in the NFC. The Super Bowl is going to be tough, but taking them to the Super Bowl, no. Winning it, that's, I'll root for him, but that's a different story. But he doesn't play in the NFC. Oh, by the way, he just beat the Buccaneers, by the way, in Tampa. Oh, okay. By the way. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. Actually, it's more than okay. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with the Rodgers Steelers winning the AFC. As y'all will know. As y'all know. Whether you listen or not. You listen to the I bandwagon the Steelers part. You don't listen to the beautiful reason part. I don't know. Maybe you just listen to nothing. Either way, I'm happy with it. I'll be happy with that. As I said, if the AFC title game was Patriots-Steelers, I mean, I really honestly win either way. I don't know if it's felt the same way on the other end, but we'll figure that out once that comes to pass. I'm sure, but I don't know. I'm sure, but I don't know. Either way. Well, they don't, though. Well, yeah, they do. Welcome back, Jesus. Center ref Joe Dickerson. If it's Patriots or if it's Steelers Rams, I want Rodgers. Duh. As I just said, duh. Yep. Yeah, you might be right about Salah being finished. I mean, if the Ravens played the Broncos, I would root for the Broncos. If the Jets played the Broncos, I would root for the Broncos. I don't hate y'all that much. If the Colts played the Broncos, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. If you play the Dolphins, I would root for the Broncos. That 70-20 game was pretty awesome. Wait, no. Wait. Oh, wait, no, y'all lost 70-20. Actually, no, that was still awesome just because 70 points was put up, even though it was the Dolphins. But it ruined them, you know? I mean, it did. It did ruin the Dolphins, weirdly enough. So, ironically enough, the 70-20 game was a good thing, weirdly enough, because the Dolphins suck ass because of it. They thought that was their franchise. Either way. Okay, 70-20 was pretty cool. His situation, even though I hate the Dolphins, that was pretty cool. Goal kick for Portland. We're off. 0-0. Settle. But either way. Rams against who? Steelers? Rams against the Steelers? No. I just said. Rams against the Patriots? No. Go Pats. Rams against the Steelers? No. Here we go, Steelers. Rams against the Chiefs. I'll be calling them the St. Louis Rams for 2 weeks and wearing a Kurt Warner jersey, but I think I'll go for the Rams. I'm still going to be calling them the St. Louis Rams for 2 weeks and wearing a Kurt Warner jersey from 2001, a 2001 Kurt Warner jersey, if they're playing the Chiefs. But yes, if the Rams play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, I will root for the Rams. I will call them the St. Louis Rams for 2 weeks, though, to stand it. And wear a 2001 Kurt Warner jersey or a Torrey Holt 2001 jersey. That's our. Even though I think the Millennium Blue or the Millennium Gold and Dark Blue is ugly as shit, those were our colors. Those were St. Louis's colors, even though they were ugly as shit. So, the dark gold and the navy blue, that was ugly as shit. But I will find a 2001 Torrey Holt or Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce jersey. Well, Isaac Bruce did play a year for LA. No, Torrey or Kurt or Steven Jackson. Either way, yes, if it's Rams Chiefs, I'll root for the Rams by calling them the St. Louis Rams and wearing St. Louis colors with a St. Louis player on it. Whether it's Greatest Show on Turf or some guy who was there in 2008. I don't know. In that case, yes. Really good player. Really good player. Nice. Atletico Ottawa won the CPL final. There's still a couple of minutes left. Playing forward. Yep, saw that. Exactly. And it ruined the Dolphins. So, in the end, but you see, you don't understand what Stan Kroenke did. He backed St. Louis. He's from St. Louis. Helped Georgia move the team to St. Louis. Then 20 years later, used Georgia's idiot kids selling the team, move them back to LA. It's not the fact he moved them back to LA. If he just would admit, yeah, no, it was nice to have them in St. Louis, but I want to move them to LA. It's the fact he kept it a secret. He strung the frickin' city along, thinking we might keep the team. Shot, goal for San Diego. Anders Dreyer is right there to hit it. 5 minutes in, it's in. 1-0 for San Diego. Perfect cross and a perfect shot. Oh no, this looks just like game one all over again. Early goal for San Diego. 5 minutes, 0-1. 0-1. Esta noche. Does not look good. Perfect cross and a perfect shot. See, it's how he left. Broncos. Peyton's way more of a Bronco than a Colt at this point. I guess right now it's San Diego. I hope Portland comes back. Oh, Miller slides for it. What a shot by Dreyer to nutmeg Miller. Perfect cross. Nothing you could really do about that one. CPL final. Still stoppage time, right? 2-1. It is Atletico Ottawa. Atletico Ottawa win the CPL final. Congratulations to them. That was an amazing goal. Yes, I'm going to watch because I can't watch Monday Night Football anyway. So, yes, I've moved Risklander. Anders Dreyer with a goal. 2-1. Yep. Boca 2-0 over River earlier. I'm not old enough to remember that, so. But I know people hate Bill Bidwell, and I know people hate Stan Kroenke. I'm not old enough or I haven't seen enough about the St. Louis Hawks to Atlanta. I can't even really find many Channel 5 or Channel 2 clips about it. I know people hate Bidwell. I know people, the St. Louis Cardinals. There used to be a football team named the St. Louis Cardinals who also played at Busch Stadium called Big Red. That must have been confusing. Either way, I'm not old enough for that either, but I've definitely seen news stories about Bidwell and the Cardinals moving to Arizona and how people hate Bidwell. Now, I remember the Rams getting moved and the protracted saga that it was, and the fact that, we could build a stadium on the riverfront. We'll put it up to a vote. And then it doesn't. And then the aldermen say no. And then they still F around with the settlement money. It's hilarious. I don't know. Now, of course, that stadium became City Park. So I guess it didn't totally hurt. But either way, it's the way Stan Kroenke is a St. Louisan. Helped the team move to St. Louis. Helped Georgia move the team to St. Louis. Bought the team back from her idiot kids who didn't want nothing to do with it. And then started to tank the team so he could buy the land in L.A. and move the team to L.A. while also somehow playing the Board of Aldermen for fools and the mayor for fools. It was a total, just admit you want to go. Just admit, hey, we want to bring the Rams back to L.A. It probably would have went down better. Playing the city for fools while secretly being like, hey, London, what do you think about the Rams? L.A., what do you think about the Rams? It's like they didn't even want to stay, but they just did the bare minimum to act like they wanted to stay. And that was a good, and the stadium on the riverfront was a good deal. I thought. It's not like it was a bad deal. I don't know. It's more of the story around it than the fact the team moved. It was how secretive and how much they wanted to just secretly we're going to let the aldermen give us an option, but not really take it. And then F around the city and basically F around the mayor and be like, hey, we can upgrade the Edward Jones Dome finally or whatever. It's the whole situation in general. And the fact that he is a St. Louisan. Kroenke is a St. Louisan. Why do what he did? He's from St. Louis. That's even more insulting. Is he's from St. Louis. He helped the team move here in the first place. I don't know. LAFC San Diego Western Conference Final. I moved. I'm in the new place. Holy goal. If they get rid of Tua and Quinn Ewers as their player next year, and their starting quarterback, he is not a rookie. Is he wearing that premier patch on game 1 of next year? No. He did this year on the sideline. No. In NFL, your rookie season is your rookie season. Tom Brady was not a rookie when he came in for Drew Bledsoe. Also, Tom Brady also played 4 snaps in a Thanksgiving game in 2000. But either way, Tom Brady was not a rookie when he came in for Drew Bledsoe. He was not a rookie when he won the Super Bowl the first time. Corner for San Diego. NFL, you're a rookie your rookie season, whether you play or not. Header, whether you play or not, you're a rookie. The next year, whether you play, if you play and you didn't play as a rookie, you're a sophomore. You're a second-year player. You're a veteran. That's the NFL for you. It's different. I'll give this one away for free, even though tomorrow's the prediction video. I trust Miami more. I think Miami looks like the better team right now. I don't care they're going to Cincinnati. Cincinnati almost choked to Columbus. I mean, yeah, good brace by Brenner to get them the win, but Cincinnati still looks like up to their old tricks. Miami, on the other hand, they look pretty good. I thought they looked pretty good both home games. And I think they sort of let game 2 get out of hand, knowing they had a game 3, even though it kind of, either way, let the same thing happen last year. Either way, they knew what they were going to do at home. I think going to Cincinnati are still chokers. I can't trust them as far as I could throw them. Miami answered adversity and actually got to the next round. So the fact that I think Miami learned their lesson from last season makes me believe that they've learned their lessons. They're both bottle job teams. Cincy still looked like they were going bottle up until the very end of that game 3. So I think Miami. I trust them further. I trust them more. It's really about who you trust more and who you think looks better. Right now, that's Miami of the two. They look better, and I trust them more. Even though they're on the road, I trust them more. I do. Especially with one game, I trust them more. If it was a 3-game series, we might have a different talk. Or a 2-legged tie, we might be having a different talk. But since it's one game, I trust Miami more. Even though it's in Cincinnati. How did Morocco beat a 10-man? New Caledonia 13-0. Japan beat Morocco 2-0. But New Caledonia beat Japan. Youth football. Being youth football. That's my answer. Some things are different. That's where I'm going to stand with that. Portland, you got to score that. Someone's season going to end tonight. Yep. I'm not used to it either. Playing forward. Funny part is my bed got built in my actual bedroom, so I can't even just stay down here. Like, once I'm done with everything, I got to go upstairs. So that's going to make it even worse. That's going to make it even worse. That's just something. 15 minutes, 1-0. San Diego looked like the better team, but can Portland pull back? Early goal for San Diego. They have the early dominance of this match, but Portland had a chance there to pull it even. They missed it. Portland's got to find a way. Drops down and headed away. I miss it too, but we all got to get used to it. Well, it's only a one-legged tie with Miami and Cincinnati. Cincinnati's at home in that game. Here comes San Diego. Here's a chance. Shot saved by Panamis. Good defense by Chara to make sure that was a save off Pellegrino. Good save. It's like Saudi beat Argentina, Argentina beat Mexico, and Mexico beat Saudi Arabia. Well, I mean, Mexico had to beat Saudi, you know? They had to. And it still lost. And they still lost. Or no, well, they still got eliminated, I should say. Well, in the end, yeah, I guess they did lose. But either way, playing the ball around the back. $700 plus shipping. One, bets are closed. Second of all, $700 plus shipping. Header, save, rebound, and Pellegrino scores. Pellegrino scores off the rebound. And it's 2-0 San Diego. Similar script to game one. San Diego looks to, this time, boat race Portland, unlike game one. Pellegrino puts away the rebound. Steelers, you better score. And it's 4-4 between Carolina and Toronto. Amazing. Ball played over the top. Pellegrino saved by Panamis, and it drops right back in front. And he pops it in. But no, the bets are over. And that's the second goal. Portland's in trouble now. Best of 3 first round. Wild card, single game. Best of 3 first round. Conference semi, conference final, MLS Cup, 1 game playoff with extra time, then penalties. San Diego 2. At this point, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. Because, well, I can't shake your hand through a screen, one. Second of all, I said no. The bets are done. The slot machine's not up for bet. Third of all, you want it. $700 plus shipping. I'll give you my PayPal if you want it. Email me and I'll give you my PayPal. 0-2. I think you can find my email through my channel. I think. Either way. $2-0 Dulcecero. The team who finishes higher in the Supporter Shield standings or conference standings. If it's a conference v. conference game, the team who finished higher in the conference standings, which means they would finish higher in the Supporter Shield standings than the team that they're facing. So I guess it's the same thing. MLS Cup, the team who's higher in the Supporter Shield standings will host the game. So if Miami were to play Vancouver, Miami would host Vancouver in the MLS Cup. Even though Vancouver is second in the West and Miami's third in the East, Miami has more points throughout the season on the Supporter Shield. So Miami would host Vancouver, even though Vancouver's the second seed in the West. Points-wise, Miami still has more points as the third seed in the East. So Miami would host Vancouver if they played MLS Cup against each other. Whether that makes sense or not, I don't know. Oh, look, the Steelers didn't score. Yay. Jesus Lord. Chargers got the ball back. Damn it. 21-22. Probably not. I ain't gonna sign a contract for a bet. You're crazy. Now, a bill of sale. Now, a bill of sale, on the other hand, 4th down, 11. Let's go. Good sack, Steelers. Come on. All I can do is watch on Game Center. Either way, is there a replacement for Champs Cup if the winner is MLS Cup with Supporter Shield? It would just drop down the Shield ranking. If the MLS Cup, if Philly won the MLS Cup, that means they would go into the round of 16. And the spot that they own would drop down the Supporter Shield ranking. So there would be a backfill because the Supporter Shield only goes into the first round, the preliminary round. So there would be a backfill. So if a team who, well, so if a team who's already in wins MLS Cup, either or, there would be a backfill. There would be a backfill. Ball crossed in. Brought down and cleared. Good clearance by San Diego, but Velde gets it back. Velde plays it forward. DaCosta, cross, header, and cleared by San Diego, and that one will be pushed forward. 23. San Diego is just the better team. Cruz Azul goalie is missing the Intercontinental Cup. So they're losing Mir. Okay. That's not good. Oh, he got injured. Yep. Yeah, he got injured. I remember seeing some Kevin Mir Lesionado, so something like that on TUDNA. So yeah, he got hurt. Playing forward. Here comes Portland. They lose the ball. Kelsey didn't get there. Cole Perfetti's finally back for the Jets. Let's see. Leaves 5th. Not even in a wild card spot right now. Well, with an 18 point, they do get 18 points here. At least. As long as they could hold on. Yeah, they're probably done. Who wins tonight? Avalanche or Canucks? Avalanche. I know they're on a back-to-back, but the Canucks are not the Oilers on paper. It won't be as crazy, but it's going to be a win, I would presume. Playing forward. Forey onto the ball. Forey with a cross. Right to a San Diego player. And the Steelers just got picked off. Awesome. Wonderful. Who do you think's the best player in hockey? Still Connor McDavid. Cruz Azul wants Carrasquilla to get a game punishment because he injured Mir, didn't get a red card. Yeah, I think the Chargers are about to get a touchdown. Damn it, Steelers. What are you doing? Steelers cannot freaking, I swear to God, they cannot string together 2 good performances. Dear God. '26 minute. Yeah, San Diego's the better team today. They just want it more. Portland doesn't seem to want it as much as doing the AFCON opening game. As I said, let's put it like this, son. You better hope that Mississippi State can only win one of their next 2 games. Because that means State's bowl game is probably going to be some shitty bowl game on December 18th or so. And I'll just keep the season going to do the AFCON game and then finish the season with the AFCON game. opening game with Morocco, and then just have that as the season finale, and then come back for January with a freaking knockout round and all that. Header. And that's going to go. It did not go in. No, that header did not go in for the Timbers. Chara keeps it alive. Foul. Let me see. Because the FIFA Intercontinental Cup is... I guess I could do the season finale without a suit on. Or I could just do the frickin' polo shirt thing. I guess. Even if State doesn't have a shitty bowl game. Whether they have a bowl game or not. Whether they have a shitty bowl game or not. 17 December. AFCON opening game is on December 21. Screw it, I'll do it. You know what? Either way, I'll do it. Screw it. I'll be live for the AFCON game, Morocco Comoros. I'll be live for the opener. Inches on the goal line. Screw it, I'll be live for it. And I'll finish the season wearing a 40. I'll be live for it. I have beIN Sports. I'll be live for it. Argentina, Angola. Argentina wins 3-1, 4-1, 18, 19, 20, 21. Still doesn't totally ruin everything. Yeah, I'll be live for it. Who are the favorites to win this whole thing? MLS Cup playoffs? Vancouver, LAFC. AFCON, Morocco. Or Senegal. Playing forward. I'm not going to get stopped asking. It's only the 21st. I mean, I still have a couple of days off going into Christmas, and, you know, I still have I have pretty much 2 weeks off. Maybe it's better for me to have a freaking finale on December 21st. And then the best of reel for the live streams on Christmas Day. And then also on Christmas Eve, my top 50 songs list stream. Maybe it's better that way. I don't know. So either way, whether State plays a shitty bowl game before Christmas break, whether they play it right after Christmas, who am I kidding? They're not going to win 2 games if Blake Shapen plays both of them. Even though it's our time to have Egg Bowl bullshit do good for us. At this point, if State makes a bowl game, it's because we somehow beat one of Mizzou or Ole Miss and we get a shitty bowl game on like December 18th. Yeah, no, that's exactly what's going to happen. Which I'll be live for it, which would be one of the last episodes of this season. Yay. Instead of the first of next. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll just kick off next season with the World Juniors or something. Playing forward. If Canada makes the final. If not a Leafs game, or the Steelers could win the AFC East on like week 18. I don't know. We could do that again. January 1st, best of reel for 7, and then all that. RSR 7, and then quickly start 8 soon. Yeah, something like that. Either way. Well, they could still win one of the 2 and go to a bowl game. You need 6 wins to go to a bowl game. They're only 1 away. Thank you, Arkansas, you shit program. Either way. Mizzou's quarterback is injured. I'm just saying. Next weekend, bye week, Egg Bowl on Black Friday. Which sucks, but it is what it is. We'll be live for that, though. We'll be live for the Egg Bowl. Don't worry. Whether it means anything or not. Well, it does mean some, even if it doesn't mean anything. But you know what I mean. We'll be live for the Egg Bowl. Don't worry. Even if I have to watch a third party, we will be live for the Egg Bowl. Header, be cleared. Tahiti 8, 10 goals. Tahiti 8, 10 goals. Yes. So, yes, we will be the season finale. No matter what. December 21st, AFCON, Comoros, Morocco. That'll be the season finale. And I'll just wear the pants with a polo shirt. Which I guess is something. It's something. Oh no, not again. Timeout. Timed out the other Pacharo. Yeah, that's the 10th. We're good. There you go. Is there any chance Mississippi State is able to enter no bowl game? If they lose both games, our APR isn't good either. So if State doesn't win any more games, they don't make a bowl game. So that, if they lose both, that's out of the realm. Free kick for corner for Portland, I should say. Ball crossed in. Header. Header on over the bar. And touchdown. Touchdown for the Chargers. Yay, that's awesome. 3-12. 9-point deficit, I think. It's doable. Playing forward, San Diego. Shot wide. That's doable. It's doable. I heard. I saw that FIFA's considering making the 2029 Club World Cup in Morocco be 48 clubs. Imagine a club from New Caledonia against Madrid. Did you see what happened to Auckland City? Times that by 3. Times that by 3. Hene Sport or whatever the hell. Yeah, imagine that. Punched away. Just time it by 3. Well, I mean, you're right. But as I said to somebody, 2 and 2 together, right? As I said to somebody, I don't even cook turkey on Thanksgiving anymore. I don't even cook turkey on Thanksgiving anymore. We really just do bacon wrapped pork loin now. Because here's the thing about turkey. The only way to really get some out of a turkey is if you smoke it. And we don't have a smoker anymore. Oven, just in the bag, you can't really do anything with it. That's the easiest one. You don't want to do either way. Frying, dangerous, and it's not really worth the hassle either. I mean, frying it's not. No, not really. Grilling, you can't really grill one. If you could do a beer can turkey, that'd be cool. And Carolina just beat the Leafs, 7:47 in the third period, 5-4, and Carolina just took the lead against the Leafs. Hell. Stankoven scored for the Hurricanes. Horrible turnover by the Leafs, of course. Jesus Christ. But either way, turkey-wise, really smoking it's the only way to get much out of it, frankly. And if you don't have a smoker, you know, we did for a while, but we don't now because it broke. But yeah, no, just bacon wrapped pork loin in the oven. Then for Christmas, either a rib roast or a seafood bake. Crab, mussels, shrimp, something like that, you know. And even if we did make a turkey, we don't stuff the turkey. We make dressing. We make cornbread dressing. We don't stuff the turkey. So if you wanted to realize where... Either way, that probably doesn't help either. Either way. I remember Marcel. I remember. They have clubs. He and Henne Sport. I remember them being in the Club World Cup once. The small one. Here's a chance. Pellegrino, but that's saved by Panamis, 39th minute. Yep. Point there. But even then, the taste isn't really even worth the dangerousness. Yeah, I'm intrigued, actually. Being real about it, I am intrigued. Sucks that Auckland City's not in there, at least right now. But what can you do? Corner for Portland, 39th minute. And the Leafs would be 6 in the Atlantic. Whether they get this point. If they just get the point. Damn it. Halftime between the Chargers and Steelers. Header. Shot. Header. Header. Saved. Floating header is saved. But playing forward. The youngest wrestler so far in the tournament to be John Cena's last opponent is Rusev, who's about to turn 40. Rusev's almost 40? Holy shit. "41st minute. I mean, I hope they do. I mean, they can if they get more competitive. To be real, to be correct, the OFC can grow. Fiji, New Caledonia, New Zealand. The more competitive games they get, sort of like how the Caribbean Cup has grown, CONCACAF has shown that if a team who has less competitive games finally gets more competitive games to play, they can grow because of the big competitiveness of the games they get. Knowing the OFC has a full World Cup spot they can play for, and maybe we'll get more, they can grow because they'll get more competitive games and more opportunities to play meaningful, true games. Playing forward. So they can. I'm not saying they can't. Am I 100% sure? No. But again, if we go by the Caribbean Cup and what the Nations League has done for nations in CONCACAF, sure, they can. If they get more competitive games. Come on, Portland. Damn. Saying Australia joining AFC was the best thing that happened to them. New Zealand should join AFC. They are very good. Just get rid of OFC because they don't need to exist. Then what happens? Yeah, but then what happens to the OFC teams when they become Suriname pre-2021 in AFC? What, like, having teams in OFC or in CONCACAF, like, CONCACAF doesn't need more teams. We've already seen the Caribbean teams grow for the most part, be competitive. We don't need to add teams at the bottom level with the Virgin Islands and Anguilla that have to be built up as well, which some of those OFC islands would probably go to CONCACAF, probably, if OFC didn't exist, and some would go to Asia, I'm sure. Guam could definitely easily be in CONCACAF, easily, knowing its connections. But, you know, OFC needs a Nations League as well. That was the point I was trying to make. That's exactly what I was saying. Good. So you listen to that. No disrespect, but still. So your ears are open when I say something like that. Good summation, though. Good job. That wasn't really the ears are open thing. Wasn't really a shot at you, though. That was a shot at everybody. At least you listen to the summation. Good. Good summation. Because that was my point. Nations League in the works. Okay. Okay. For OFC? Well, yeah, that makes sense. CONCACAF already has one. 45th minute. All for region growing. Only benefit football in the end. I just hope it's not used as a reason to make the World Cup 64 teams. Three minutes of stoppage time. I don't think you are, but San Marino, Gibraltar, Malta, Liechtenstein don't need to exist. UEFA should just kick them out and have them play friendlies versus Vatican and Monaco. Here's the thing. Countries deserve a right, well, at least a fair sporting shake at making the World Cup. I shouldn't say the right, but countries who are developed enough to have a football club, a football team, which every nation does, seems to be now, they should have a fair shake at making the World Cup. Are San Marino going to make the World Cup? No. Are Gibraltar going to make the World Cup, even if it got expanded to 64? No. Malta, small possibility. Liechtenstein, probably not. But every country... See, the thing about Vatican City and Monaco are they're more autonomous regions than a country. Same thing with Catalonia. Whether you want to get mad at me for that one or not, I don't care. Catalonia is a region that wants its independence. You don't see Quebec having a freaking national team, do you? Lots of separatists in Quebec, but they don't have no national team. Hell, it's funny. You would think Quebec would have a micronation team or whatever. You think they would. I don't think they do with the separatists. Either way. Either way. See, the thing about Vatican and Monaco is they're not exactly countries. They are autonomous nations or autonomous states. Monaco, well, in most cases is its own thing, but it's not really a country. It's more of a French offshore banking colony that also has a Formula One race. That sucks, by the way. Even though it's supposed to be the Triple Crown. It may be part of the Triple Crown, but the Formula One race in Monaco sucks. Okay? The only things I know Monaco for, IS Monaco, Kylian Mbappe's first club, pro club, the Formula One Grand Prix, and the fact that there's so many rich people there. It's stuffier than the frickin' Venetian. Oh, and also offshore banking. That's all I know about Monaco. That's halftime. (2-0 for San Diego, 2-0 middle tiempo. Portland just doesn't want it. 0-2 at the half, 0-2 middle tiempo. Portland just doesn't want it. Sun is Trinidadian. Here's the thing. Monaco's its own thing. Vatican City is its own thing. It's Vatican City. It's not Vatican Country. It's called Vatican City. Vatican City is an autonomous nation, Catholic capital of the world with the Pope in it. It's not. It functions as a country, but it's not a country, you know. Vatican City is basically the Catholic capital of the world, and the Pope lives there, and the cardinals. Here's the funny part about it. Is it Italy or Vatican City? Either way, each cardinal has a patron diocese church in Vatican City, or it might just be Italy. I found this out during the conclave, of course, because Cardinal Dolan was making all those videos, talking about the process and all that. But the Cardinal spent a lot of time in Vatican City. The Pope lives there, whether there's a conclave or not. Vatican City is pretty much it's like Washington, D.C., if you know American geography. Washington, D.C. is not a state. It's not its own nation either. It's a district. It's the capital, but it's a district. Now, but it has electoral votes. Yes, but it's not a state, it's not a country, it's a district. Vatican City is the D.C. of the Catholic Church. It's not a country, it's not a state, it's a district in Italy. Monaco is the rich capital of the world. It's the capital of money laundering and Formula One. Lots of Formula One drivers live in Monaco. I don't know if you know that. It's an open secret. Charles Leclerc is from Monaco. Lando, I think, lives in Monaco. Oscar, I don't know. Didn't he move to Monaco? Either way, I don't know. Lewis, Monaco. Sainz, Spanish, but Monaco. George, Monaco. Kimi, he might still live in Italy. I don't know. Vettel, I think, lives in Monaco. A lot of the team principals live in Monaco. Either way, Monaco is the Leafs lost 4-5 or 5-4. Second half starting of the Steelers game. Either way. With that being said, we'll leave that as it is. We're going to take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight. Portland's got to wake up. 45 more minutes to save their season. Let's see if we got some playoff drama or a boring rest of the game. We're going to find out. Sit tight, be back. We are back for the stats at the half. Here we go. 63% possession to 37% possession, 10 shots to 8. We have 6 shots on target to 3. We have 218 accurate passes, 82% to 107 passes, 72%, and 63% possession, 37. Making sure I said it. Either way. 8 fouls to 9, 6 corners to 3, 10 shots to 8, 6 shots on goal to 3. We have 266 passes to 148, 82% pass accuracy to 72. We have 17 touches opposition box to 14, 7 throws to 7, 1 offside to 1, 8 tackles to 6, 3 saves to 4, 32 clearances to 8. Damn. Okay. 1 yellow card to 1, 0 red cards to 0. 2-0 at the half, 2-0 middle tiempo. For me, Portland they've had half chances. They couldn't score them. They've been well cleared by San Diego. But I feel like San Diego just wants it more. I don't feel like Portland. I feel like Portland is struggling, but just San Diego wants it more. Feels like they're like, yeah, game 1, let's do it similarly, and let's show them that we ain't going to be beaten easily, and you ain't going to profit off our embarrassment after game 2. San Diego just said, let's do it again. Let's do it again and get the win and move on. I think that's where they were on that. But all I got to say, really. Timber's got to do better, but Dreyer and Pellegrino scored 2 goals. Valakari with both assists. Only Valakari might be man of the match. This keeps going. Penalties if it's tied after 90. And then if whoever wins here, they'll move on, and then we'll have 2 weeks to wait for the international break to finish before we play another MLS playoff game the weekend before Thanksgiving. And we know the 4 games they'll play that weekend. Something like that. Either way, we'll get going. But we'll get going. We'll get going. It's the game on here. It's a watch along. The game's on Apple TV. If you're looking for a free stream, you ain't gonna find it. Sit tight. We're back for the second half. We're getting ready for the second half. Interesting. I'll check it out soon. Maybe. I'll keep an eye on it. Second half, here we go. It's football. Well, it is football. It is football. Substitution, Mosquera's on for Forey. Interesting. Steelers got the ball back without allowing any points. Mosquera's in for Forey. Yes, he is. And we're off. Can Portland find 2 goals? Played over the top. Playing forward. Here comes Portland. Over the top. Headed away. Mosquera couldn't get there. -64 Fahrenheit in San Diego, 18 Celsius. Final Copa Libertadores, Palmeiras, Flamengo. Phil Neville looks like the coldest of everyone there. Yeah, game was played on a blizzard. Throw in. Avalanche scored 1-0. Well, good for them. His style's gotten better. I would say. Definitely gotten better. 9th minute. 2-0, 2-0. Free kick. Yeah. 49th minute. I mean, you would think that the style would be better in Miami than Portland. Like, you wouldn't think you'd learn about style in Portland, but okay. USS Gerald R. Ford is set to arrive in the Caribbean early this week. Oh. It's going to be, yeah, shit is getting real, isn't it? And the Steelers kick the ball away. Free kick for San Diego. Ball crossed in. Header, cleared away. Yeah, that's true. Good point. That's a good point. Lanús versus Atlético Mineiro, Copa Sudamericana. Yeah, I've been living under a rock. I've been busy moving houses. Haven't really paid attention to the news. Besides, you tell me not to watch the mainstream media, and when I don't, you're mad. Ain't that some shit. Playing forward. San Diego. .9% winning probability for San Diego. Do with that what you will. Oh. 52 minutes. San Diego FC, goal number 3. Playing forward. How behind am I? Playing forward. Sverkov. Sverkov drops it off. Dreyer. Chipped over. Pellegrino! And that's 3. This time they are boat racing Portland. Amal Pellegrino with a 3rd goal. Over the top, and he volleys it in. Settle with today's 0-3. 52 minutes. There you go. Game over, probably. 53rd minute for Amal Pellegrino. Wolff. It's chipped over. Dreyer. Baird. Be Baird assist. Yep, Corey Baird with an assist. Valakari with 2. Really. The Dreyer and Pellegrino first goal. '54th minute. '54th minute. 3-0. 3-0. Did I? Oh. Three 0 3-0. There we go. Player down. Free kick for Portland. 55th minute. Rojas and Paredes coming on for Portland. Corey Baird got a yellow card. I don't have a San Diego shirt. Yep. I don't have a San Diego shirt, first of all. Second of all, I have a soft spot for Portland. Third of all, it's only, well, the Miami shirt's down here, but thank you. But that's for the recap and prediction video. So I'm going to record that after I record the RSR and upload it. So, do that what you will. '57th minute. 15-3 Chargers. Field goal for the Chargers. Yay. '57th minute playing forward. San Diego. Smell fourth goal coming right up. You're probably right. There we go. Over the top. Frankly, I like the regular zebra cakes better anyway, so the quicker they come back, the better. Oh my God. No. They just put their Pillsbury cookies next to raw chicken. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. My God, they are screwed in the head. Oh my God. Oh. Oh no. Playing forward, Portland gets the ball back. This time next year, we'll be seeing TFC make the best playoff run in MLS history. Well, you want that to happen, call the Pirate, because it ain't going to happen with anybody else. It ain't going to happen with Fraser, I'll tell you that right now. Anybody else, it ain't going to happen with them. I'll tell you who. 60th minute. As I said, there's only one person who could win with this team, and well, gotta call him. Oh, he has the answers. Do you want the answers? We'll find out. Do you want the answers? My point is Fraser ain't going to do that shit. Fraser ain't going to do that shit. Restock influencers are out of control. These are the people I will despise for the holidays. I will never stoop to their level. I've never heard of restock influencers. Wait. Whoa. Is that the guy who... Wait, hold on. Wait, no. I think I figured it out. Is that the guy who, like, takes the damn... Or, like, watches the people take the damn tubs and damn near freaking bust a nut over them, like, filling the freaking container to, like, the brim, like, fully, and then filling the sugar to, like, the brim? Is that guy? Is that what a restock influencer is? Acting like he damn near busts a nut over them filling a container perfectly? Is that what it is? Either I'm wrong. Or maybe it's something different. I don't know. They're bad for your money and mental health. Well, first of all, I said he acts like he damn near does, but that's... I didn't say he did. I said he acts like he damn near does. There's a difference. By the way, yeah, like fill the containers to, like he reacts to them filling the containers to the top. Yeah, okay, that's... Or I guess better, he acts like he gets turned on by that shit. How about that? Maybe that's a better description. I don't know. Maybe that's a better description. When you're up at 4 in the morning, you don't know what you're going to see on TikTok. Yeah, I saw that. You think they're going to sign the right... You think Fraser's going to sign the right players? I told you don't have the answers. Yep. Okay, who puts... By the way, who puts Little Debbie's in the fridge? No! Shit. We just started putting them in a freaking pantry cabinet. Old house, they were on the fucking table. They're just on the fucking kitchen table. What? Who puts Little Debbie's in the fridge? Except, I guess, the ice cream. Yeah, that should go in the freezer. But, you know, what? Who does that? Portland playing Fort. Who? I don't. Like, who thinks that's a good idea? Who wants a cold Little Debbie cake? Well, they sucked anyway. Well, Rawstead was actually okay this year, but Petretta and Long, at this point, they suck. Gomes will be back. Monlouis will be back. Make a couple of signings. MLS level defender signings, and you'll be good. Long, at this point, I can't say he sucks, but he definitely wasn't as good as he was last year. Petretta never was worth the price of admission. I feel like he was more of a Crescido replacement trying to keep the Italians happy, and well, that didn't work. And Rolstead, well, he actually was somewhat good this year, but I don't know if he'll be better, just as good this next year. So I'm not mad at those either. I would have got rid of him too. There we go. There we go. Corbiano's good. I think Corbiano's good. Yeah, I can't. That happened. And then he retired. He fake retired, then played again for Genoa. That's how bad it was. That's how he got out. He's like fake retired, and then he signs for Genoa in January. And then plays for them for another half season and gets them up to the Serie A. I think that's what it was. Either way, that was something. That was some 65th minute. I like they want to get younger on defense. Exactly. That was an amazing goal against the Revs, though. Man, I was in Mississippi watching that goal. I was in a hotel room watching that goal. I can't forget it. Same hotel I was in back in August? No, July, yeah. Different. I think they redid the rooms the 3 years in between, but same hotel. Same continental breakfast, which wasn't bad per se, but playing forward, playing back Portland, 66 minute. But yeah, that was something. TFC that is. 67th minute. Playing forward and saved. Oh, the Chargers had the ball back. Steelers are going to lose to the damn Chargers. Yay. Amazing. The comments are flaming the influencers, calling them hoarders. They're also using single-use plastic for the sake of aesthetics more than actual functionality. I mean, single-use plastic is useful if you're moving houses or you're somewhat poor or like if you're moving houses and you need to buy a box of plastic forks and plastic spoons. Of course, also restaurants, of course, true, but because you're moving houses and you got to get your damn pots and pans over, but you also you may just get it with a takeout. That also works, but I feel like plastic spoons and utensils should only be used in certain ways. In certain ways. Like if you're just moving or you are trying to live tightly within your means, or you're at a restaurant, like a fast food restaurant, KFC, or something like that. 68 minute DQ. DQ could also, yeah, chili cheese fries. Either way. But yeah, no, I'd be mad about it too. Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay. I get what you're saying. Okay, it's more like that Temu shit. Okay, I get it. Temu aesthetic shit. Okay, no, I get what you're saying. Well, also, plastic cutting boards. You do realize that there's two problems with those. Also, I'm just going to learn you some because I can. Plastic cutting boards, those are, you should have a wooden cutting board. Or, well, I don't know about glass. I think there are glass ones, but you could scratch like porcelain glass ones. I guess you could, but I wouldn't. A wooden cutting board's better. It has less germs. It holds less germs, and it, at least wood is, well, no, it has stain on it, but it doesn't leave as many micro pieces in it in the food. Plastic, you're basically chopping microplastics into your food while also allowing a lot of germs to stay on the board. It soaks up a lot more germs. So probably safer just cut on your damn counter if you don't have a freaking wooden cutting board. Okay, good. I don't know. Maybe they were like old glass cutting boards, but I can't. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was more porcelain. More like a plate. Either way. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Either way. But honestly, wood. Wood cutting board. Or just have a really clean counter. Have a really clean kitchen counter. But me, wood cutting board. Have a wood cutting board for vegetables. I don't know what I was talking about. Either way. It's got to be something really old anyway if it was. Either way, have two different wood cutting boards. One for vegetables, one for meats. One for wood and one for vegetables and one for meats. Oh, Chargers missed a field goal. Not that it matters. Okay. 72 minutes. Free kick for San Diego. Crossed in, brought down. I don't know. A second channel is like a, well, I don't know if it would be a history channel. What? You want me to? I don't know. Feel like that's a bit. Feel like telling the real story of telling the non-sanitized version of history would be very dangerous. I don't know. I feel like that'd be dangerous. I feel like that'd be dangerous. Like teaching the real history, I feel like that's, in general, that's going to be dangerous. Over the top. Chipped, and that's out for a goal kick. Playing forward. '74th minute. Throw in. 74th minute. Getting very San Diego just holding on to this. I thought there was talk of a ghost hunting channel. Why did I do that? Welcome. Let's go through 2 unnecessary steps to everything I do. That sounds like TikTokers. Yeah. That sounds like TikTok influencers. Yeah, there you go. 2 unnecessary steps to everything I do. Welcome to 3 Steps to Success. I'm your host. Today, blah. I forgot. Welcome to 3 Steps to Success. I'm your host, Ron Anderson. Today, blah. Today, blah. Something, something, something. 76th minute. I'm good. 76th minute. Playing forward. Here's a chance. Player down hurt for San Diego, 77th minute. Ay, Membe. Okay, I forgot about it. People buy so many plastic containers from Amazon. Like, why do you need this many plastic containers? It's not even for stuff like cereal or to hold useful stuff. Yeah, I mean, your house has cabinets, right? Put it inside a cabinet. Like, I mean, I get Tupperware, but, you know, hell, I remember the days where my Nana used to just use Country Crock, like empty Country Crock butter tins and put stuff in there. I remember those days. I'm trying to think when she, either way, I remember those days. Steelers get the ball back. Playing forward. Dreyer with a shot, 4-0. What a shot by Anders Dreyer. His 2nd goal of the game. '78 minutes. 4-0. 4-0. If it wasn't game over yet, it is now. What a shot. Steelers just got to score 2 touchdowns. Get a stop and score another touchdown if they score a touchdown here. Okay, Steelers. All right. For San Diego. They're putting their bottled Christmas theme iced coffee in big party containers. How about invite the people over and share their coffee with them, you greedy big back? Good point. Good point. Good point. That is a good point. 2nd and 6 for the Steelers. Steelers gang Super Bowl. Anders Dreyer scores the 4th goal, 79th minute. We'll review this game, and then I'll also upload it. Then I'll record my review or recap review for the first round and my prediction for the conference semifinals, and I'll upload that tomorrow. Red card! Red card for Mosquera. Portland's down to 10. Well, there you go. There it is. There it is. The bet was not accepted, jackass. Again, $700 plus shipping. $700 plus shipping. I didn't sign anything. I didn't shake your hand. I didn't say yes to the bet. $700 plus shipping. It's still on. Somebody wants to buy it. It's on. Email me and I'll give you my PayPal. $700 plus shipping. It works. They were finished after 2-0. Yep. They fell apart. 4th and 6. Gainwell does not catch the pass. It's 4th and 6 for the Steelers. Are they going to go for it? 9-point deficit. They'll need another touchdown, and they'll need a touchdown and a field goal. Unless they go for it. I mean, you might as well go for it. You're right there. And turnover on downs. Okay. Yeah, they're done. Steelers are done. They're done. Maybe they should have kicked it. What are you doing? 82nd minute. Playing forward. Yeah, Steelers are losing tonight. Stupid play calling. Also, 83rd minute. Two subs for San Diego. Three subs, actually. '84th minute. Season's over. Oh well. Rather go Portland go out like this. Yeah, if they upset San Diego, shit, you wouldn't even have a game against Seattle. But that would have really hurt too, though. 84th minute. Playing forward, San Diego. Can they get a 5th goal? And that's going to be a free kick. Five minutes to go plus stoppage time. Cool. Playing forward, Portland. Nope, San Diego's on the ball, 85 minutes. Do we even need stoppage time tonight? I hope we don't have it, but we will probably. '87th minute free kick. What can I jinx? Free kick blocked to the 87th minute. Corner for Chucky Lozano. Oh, Colorado will make a bowl game this year. '88th minute. Cross in, headed away. 4-0, 4-0. Shot over the bar. Goal kick. Sverkov puts it over. Well, there you go. That's pretty good, actually. Fijian player linked to an Irish club. I mean, that's pretty good for them, yeah. That's something. 88th minute, something. Playing forward. Velde and Sermon are foundation pieces. Touchdown Chargers. That's not a bad move. Unless they're last weekend sucked more, but the Patriots won, and Lando Norris swept the whole weekend in Brazil in the Formula One. Lando Norris is going to win the championship. We'll take it. Okay? We'll take it. Lando, we could be world champion, I said. Come on, Lando. Please, Lando. Lando. 89th minute. Playing forward. '90th minute. How much stoppage time? If that's an 8, I swear to God. 2, okay, we'll live with that. 2 minutes of stoppage time. We can live with that. Yeah. Well, the Raptors are actually first place their NBA Cup group, so that's actually good too. I can't forget about that. The Raptors are actually good. The Leafs suck ass. The Steelers, well, they are what they are. Lando won. Sprint and practice P1. Sprint pull. Sprint win. Pull. Grand Prix win. Swept everything in Brazil. '91st minute. Portland going forward. Jets haven't been any better lately. Fair. $30 seconds. '92 minutes, and that's full time. And San Diego has eliminated Portland 4-0 on the night. San Diego wins the series 2-1. San Diego's going to host Minnesota 2 weeks' time. Portland just... San Diego wanted more. Portland just didn't have it tonight. With that being said, congratulations to San Diego. Commiserations to Portland. Felicidades, San Diego. They move on. San Diego avanzar contra Minnesota en la Oeste Conferencia Semifinales. Portland eliminar de la playoffs. That's it. There's your 8 teams. Philly, New York City FC, Miami, FC Cincinnati, San Diego FC, Minnesota United, LAFC, and Vancouver Whitecaps. There are your 8 teams through. And San Diego are through. They're the last team to the next round. And they'll play 2 weeks from now. Portland, their season is over, but they fought. They got to a Game 3, which after Game 1, who expected that? But this was more of the same. After Game 1, they played a similar form, San Diego, and here we are. So 2 weeks from now, there's the Western and Eastern Conference semifinals, but first we have an international break. Tonight, I'll review this game. Tomorrow, I'll also record the first round recap, semifinal prediction, conference semifinal prediction. Upload that tomorrow. Tuesday, my CONCACAF Match Window 3 recap will be up, or predictions will be up. Then, of course, we got some doubles during the international break, and maybe some Italy games will be thrown in there. I don't know. And then we'll have the week before Thanksgiving, weekend before Thanksgiving, we'll have these games. With that being said, I will see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you.